The Boston Celtics top the Atlanta Hawks here at TD Garden, 129-120, as the Celtics were able to hold them off, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's Tommy Heinsohn.
Jimmy Toscano's here, Joseph Pavone's here, Tommy Hyson's here. He just walked past in this matinee at TD Garden. Jimmy, look, I know this is the Atlanta Hawks we're talking about. You know, Trae Young can get hot, which obviously was the case. But, I mean, when the Hawks, I should say, managed to tie this thing up at 112, what was going through your head?
Well, I actually was very impressed by the immediate possession after the Hawks tied it up. The Celtics went down the court, they moved the ball around all over the place, and they found Jaylen Brown in the corner for a three-pointer. Immediately, I mean, they needed that because the last thing, I mean, the Hawks from 25 down to come back in like 10 minutes, and the last thing you wanted them was for them to continue that run and take a lead. The Celtics, I thought, responded finally once, like, the comeback. You know, Doc Rivers used to say, all right, guys, they came back. Like, it happened. We kind of knew it was going to happen. It happened, so let's get back to what we were doing and let's get this W. Kind of felt like that's what the Celtics did.
129 and 120, of course. So the Celtics did manage to almost make this a double-digit win. He had 30 points for Kyrie Irving. He flirted with a triple-double. And you also saw Marcus Morris make a boneheaded play towards the end of the game there, that ill-advised three-pointer, which really got Brad Stevens hot. When you see a game like this, Jimmy, does any part of you think that this isn't the kind of game that you want to see from the Celtics, a team that's striving for momentum? I mean, granted, they have won 5 of their last 6, but playing against a team like the Atlanta Hawks, when you had a 25-point lead, you blew it. Does that concern you in terms of them trying to find the momentum heading into the postseason?
I don't think it concerns me a ton because it's the NBA and runs happen all the time. The Celtics weren't going to win by 25. It didn't feel that way. The Hawks are a team that recently they've been scoring a lot more. You know, they've been playing a lot better than they were at the beginning of the year. The Celtics, yeah, they swept the season series against them, but this is a better Hawks team than the team the Celtics beat up on earlier this year. So I didn't expect the Celtics. I actually said before the game, I didn't expect the Celtics to cover that spread of 10.5. They didn't, but I also didn't really expect them to blow a 25-point lead the way they did too. So little cause for concern. I actually just saw that Brad Stevens said in his press conference, you know, we probably took a couple shots we shouldn't have down the stretch. So we know what he's talking about there. But I just real quick, I thought Kyrie Irving, again, another performance where he just gave the team everything they needed. It's a career high 11 rebounds. He's really he seems to be gearing up for this playoff run here.
This segment is powered by 1-in-100, or this walk-off segment, I should say, is powered by 1-in-100. Head over to clnsmedia.com/Celtics raffle, where you can enter to win tickets to Monday night's game against the Denver Nuggets. That's right. One of the best Western Conference teams is coming to TD Garden. Isaiah Thomas is coming. You can get a chance to see the Isaiah Thomas tribute video. I'm not even sure if that's going down. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just speculating at this point. I think it would go down, but we'll have to wait and see. And you can be in the house and win some tickets if you go to clnsmedia.com/Celtics raffle. Jaylen Brown, Jimmy, we cannot wrap this up without talking about what Jaylen Brown did here at TD Garden. Another 20-plus point performance out of him off the bench, his 3rd straight. What can you say about Jaylen Brown and his momentum right now for this Boston Celtics team?
Yeah, I mean, he's been anchoring the bench. Him and Gordon have been playing exceptionally well together off the bench. Gordon Hayward left the game today with a neck strain, so we don't know how serious that is. Hopefully not too serious, but they're going to need Jaylen Brown more than ever now. I mean, now he's your 6th man right now. I think he's really turned his game around over the last month, and I think it started, I forget who the opponent was, but he just played some exceptional defense, and the team was like, wow, like, where's this been kind of thing. And he hasn't really taken his foot off the pedal. So I think that another strong performance from him, and they're going to need that going forward because this team's going to win games based on their depth.
We'll have to wait and see how they do against the Denver Nuggets as they'll look to make it 3 in a row here at TD Garden. And we'll have to wait and see. We'll wrap this up here. Joseph Pavone, he is Jimmy Toscano, CLNS Media.